Hello, hello, friends. Good morning and welcome back to the Blushing Mint. This is Dion, and I am so happy to have you guys joining me today. I am going to be creating some tags and some embellishments for our signatures here for this new journal. And I thought, well, I would just bring you along while I do a little bit of mass making and whatnot to get this journal a little bit closer to finished. So I hope your coffee is hot and you are at a place where you can either craft with me or sit and sip some coffee and just hang out. And I appreciate you being here. As always, I want to thank you for being subscribers. I want to thank you for your comments and your for sharing and all those other great things. I hope you all are well, and I just appreciate the time we get to spend together. So I grabbed some book pages because guess what? We're still playing with book pages. And I have this Western Journal book pages that is like some flowers. And then I had some of the encyclopedia or dictionary of some sort pages. And I thought, well, these will make great tag bases. I know that my journal is 4x8, so my tags can't be any wider than about 3.5. So I think these are going to work great. By the time I get this cut down, this is going to be about 2 3/4. So I think this is going to be a perfect size. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to start making some tag bases, gluing some pages together and making some tag bases. Now for this, I'm just going to use my glue stick. It's just easier, and we can get a little bit more done at a whack here. And I like the flower shape, or the flower images on these Western garden book pages, so those will be great. And then I'll set that aside and let it dry, and then I'll cut those down. And then again, this one has everything's wanting to stick to my mat today. So we'll do the same thing here and fold this edge over. And basically all we're doing here, guys, is we're just making bases. Now I can gesso over these. I'm going to add embellishments. Of course, I'm going to line these with some of my coffee dyed papers so that they can easily be journaled on. I'll stencil over over that as well, just to give them a nice completed finished look. So these are just basically, again, a foundation piece for building in these journals. So let's see, if I fold this in half, this is going to come in right about 3, so that's great. This will be good. And this is a more brittle book page. This came from a encyclopedia or reference guide, or I don't really know. I have so many books. But the pages on this one are a bit more fragile. So this application works great because I'll be building upon it. So that is good. So we'll make a few of these and set those aside to dry. And whatnot. So how are you? Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what's going on in your guys' little corner of the world today. Comment below and share with me what your plans are for the day. I'm going to be hanging out in my little craft corner here, trying to get some more pages in this journal done. And after I get this journal done, I think I'm going to have some clean it up time because, man, I'll tell you what, I am starting to get a bit disorganized. Bear with me. I forgot to change my internet router when I came out here, so my internet is kind of slow. All right, now we may not have as many performance issues here, but you never know. I might have performance issues, but my computer may not. So, anyway, pardon me. So yeah, so I'm gonna need to have some cleanup time, I think, in my little craft space. It is getting a little out of control. I've got piles of books from working on our 100-day project book pages. I've got piles of books. Now after this journal, I've got piles of paper pads, decorative paper pads, a bunch of Tim Holtz pads out. They all need to be put away. I've got some piles of pre-made ephemera. I've got all of our 100-day projects that we've created. Those need to get sorted through. And so I just have quite a few things that need to get picked up and put away and get my space back to some semblance of order. So I'm going to have to take some time to do that. And that, my friends, is my least favorite thing. I'm not good. I'm great at knowing what needs to be organized, but the actual doing of it is just too much because I just get so overwhelmed by the sheer volume of items that I have, and I know how I want them to look. I know what my expectation is. It's just me meeting my own expectation. That's hilarious. It's hilarious, friends. So yeah, needless to say, I'm a hot mess. So anyway, but regardless, I need to take the time and get it done. So I will have to do that at some point. It's no longer, it can wait. It's it has got to get done because I'm getting to that point where I can't find things that I know I put exactly where I wanted them. But now that I've got such a mess on my desk and all around me, I can't find them because I've used them and set them aside somewhere not where they belong. Does anybody else do that? No, you guys are all probably like super organized. I know my aunts are super organized, and I know Maybeth is working and crafting in a very, very small space. So she, I imagine her to have a very organized system of where she has things because she has to. This one here has got to get chopped before I can flip it over to this image because it, okay. I wanted to be able to have this image of flowers or trees or whatever they are here. So, but yes, so I think Maybeth probably has a very efficient and organized space because I know she is currently crafting from her RV while she is being a snowbird in Arizona. She's getting ready to come back to Montana, and hopefully spring comes with her. But yeah, so anyway, I'm sure you do understand regardless that when we get in our crafting zones, it kind of looks like chaos in a lot of our spaces before it really comes together. I think that's just part of the process. Kind of like cooking or anything like that, you know, it's like it's a hot mess before it's done. So yeah, so this is really exciting, guys, watching me fold papers. You know, I mean, hey, I'm here for your entertainment purposes. Let me tell you, I'll tell you, man, it's like, but this is something that has to get done. This is just a part of the process of creating, is you gotta get your foundations, and then what happens from here is what we call magic. All right, so let me just get these folded here, and then well, let's start with that. Those are 2 more good sheets I could use for something else. All right, so what do we got here? 3. So that's about 10. So we've got about 10, and some of these will make more than 1 tag. So put the lid on my glue so it doesn't dry out. All right, so these pages are 9 inches long, just over 9. I don't want them to be any taller than about 7.5. So I'm going to go ahead, and my 7.5 inch mark is basically the end of my board here. So I'm just going to cut these down, a couple of these down. Actually, let's just cut all these ones down to 7.5. I can always cut them down further as needed, but that's going to be a good start for those. And then these, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to first cut down just along the edge where I glued those. And then these are, oh, let's see, these are just over 10.5. So 10.5 is 5.25. Let's cut these in half. Because these can make some shorter tags. Okay. No rhyme or reason, no method to my madness here, guys. I'm literally just cutting to get the bulk of this off of my space. Now, I want to keep my tree image on here. I'm trying to decide if I want it on the top or the bottom. And I may end up covering it up too. I don't know. So again, no real rhyme or reason. But we're just cutting up some of these shapes here. All right, this is going to get us a good start on creating these, getting the tags all made up for this finishing of this journal. Alrighty, alrighty. Okay, I got the dogs inside today. For now, they've been pretty good today so far. All right, so we've got some strips here, and we've got some cutoffs here. These I'm gonna save. I'm gonna set aside for maybe some little clusters or snippets that we might be able to use for some of our other decorating. But anyway, okay. So first and foremost, so what do we ended up here with? So we've got 4 full tall ones. We've got a 5th tall one, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 5 5¼ inch tags, and then we have one little shorty here. So you see how fast that just putting a few of these things together is giving us a good base for getting started here. I was just talking about my craft room, and I just had a little collapse of a pile over here that I was looking at for something else earlier today, and my pile just collapsed onto my computer. So this is what I'm talking about. It's time to do a cleanup here, friends. All right. So now with these tags, our goal is to create and fill up the pockets and tuck spots that we have open. So like this is a tuck spot. This is going to need a smaller tag. And so what we want to do is we want to decorate these. We are just using this primarily as our base, and then we're going to decorate these to coordinate with this journal itself. Now, I am not an expert. I'm not even going to pretend to say that I am an expert on using book pages as tag bases, because it's not really something that I've done a lot of. So let's just preface that by saying this could be an absolute disaster. There is no guarantee whatsoever in my mind that I could truly screw this up, and it is what it is. But first and foremost, we're going to get out our trusty gesso here, and we're going to do some gessoing and push these images, and particularly, I'm not so much worried about the images as I am the words of these tags, of any of these book pages or whatever, into my background. Because, and then I'm not going to even worry about the backs, because I'm going to be doing coffee dyed paper and whatnot on the back of them. So it's not gonna matter at all if that is visible, because I'm just gonna cover it up. So basically, I'm just gonna go in here and I'm gonna get my gesso going, and I'm gonna gesso over what's going to basically be the front of, I saw the word white sulfur. So, and I know I have some friends from White Sulfur that are watching, and I literally saw the word white sulfur on this page, and it just stopped me in my tracks. So and I can't tell you where these pages came from, but there you have it. So obviously it's something about Montana in here somewhere. Okay, so anyway, there you have it. Hello to my White Sulphur friends. If you're from White Sulphur, comment below so that I know that you're watching and you just listen to me find your town in the text of this book. Even if you're not from White Sulphur, comment White Sulphur below so you know. So I know that you were watching and paying attention to what I got going on here. So anyway, yep, this is another real exciting piece and part of crafting with me, guys. I'm sorry. It's, what do we call these? Process videos, and this is my process, good, bad, or otherwise. Need more gesso. Need more gesso. Okay. All righty. My husband and Billy are in Billings doing drywall on the bathroom downstairs where the water leaked at Michaela's house, and so they're trying to get the bathroom ceiling put back up and get it put back together again, so that will be great. What a mess. What a mess, friends. What a mess. If you can't laugh, you'll cry. So you just laugh, just laugh. Life is wonderful. Don't know who I'm kidding, but hopefully somebody believes me. All right, and then I'm going to put some, gosh, I don't even know what, I really don't have an actual idea for these yet. I really don't. I just know that I gotta do the layers and whatnot here for the foundation, and then I'm gonna get out my inks. I'm gonna stencil. I'm gonna add some clusters to these. I don't know what else. I don't know what else is gonna find its way here. I just don't, but time will tell. Time will tell. Maybe not in this video, but by the end of this journal, oh, sorry, I just slammed my door, so you probably rocked. I had a cord stuck in my drawer. See, my space is a mess. I couldn't even shut my drawer without getting a cord stuck in it. So it's time. It's time to do some cleanup. But yeah, only time is going to tell where these end up at, and so it might be in the final flip through that we actually accomplish anything in knowing where we're going here. It's like getting into the car and just driving with no idea of where you're going. I don't know. I don't know. I'm in the driver's seats, friends, but man, I think my navigation isn't working. There you go. That's what's happening. I'm in the driver's seat, but my navigation's not working. That sounds about right, for sure. Sorry, I got all this gesso all over me. I gotta try to get some of it off here, because yuck. I do not like the feel of gesso on my hands. It's just, ugh, yuck. It's chalky. It's kind of gross. It's kind of gross. All right, so I'm going to set this aside because we know I will end up with gesso everywhere. All right. So then, let's see what we can come up with. I'm going to get out. I've got my stamps that I've been using for my inking my journaling pages. And I've got Sparse Marmalade and Picked Raspberry are the colors that I've been using for that. I've got Carved Pumpkin, Spun Sugar, Festive Berries is a red, but we might be able to. And then I've got Salty Ocean and I've got Tumbled Glass. These are colors that are predominant in our, this is Saltwater Taffy, and that's going to be perfect. Just look at that color with those. That's going to be perfect. So these are colors that are predominant in our journal right now. So, and then I've got Mustard Seed's a little bright. I don't know. I have Wild Honey, and I haven't used Wild Honey, so I'm going to have to open that one up. But I have some Wild Honey. So I think, okay, bear with me. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of color on some of these to start with. I've created quite a mess here, friends. Quite a mess, but that's okay. Messes are fun. Messes are fun. So let's start. Okay, no science to what I'm doing, and maybe I'll grab out this bottom one because I don't know how spraying this on that gesso is how it's going to react. So let's just see. This is how I play. I don't know, friends. I'm sure that there's a better way to do this maybe, but this is me playing for now. It's my process. Like I said, it's a process. And then I'll get some ink on these, and then I will get my dryer going here, and we'll see what happens. I really want to spray this taffy. Oh my goodness, look at that color. Oh, so pretty. Just adding some water to it here just helps it go a bit further. And because I have gesso on these tags, I'm not sure how well it's going to adhere with the gesso on there. So, I don't know. We're going to just see. My gosh, I love that color. Just picking it all up off of my page here. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to pause you for a minute, and I'm going to get out my dryer, and I'm going to play with this a little bit and see what these few tags look like, and then we'll come back here and I'll show you what I got going on. So just hang out. I'll be back. It'll be a while for me, but it'll be that fast for you. See you soon. All right, so now that I've got these dried, I love the colors on them, but I also don't want things to be one note colored. So I thought I'm gonna grab this wild honey and I'm gonna spray it here. And like I said, I have not worked with this color before, but I do have some yellow in that journal, and I want to kind of, I don't want a lot in here. I just want maybe a hint in a couple different places. So I'm going to be fairly reserved in how I'm picking it up here off my mat. Adding a little extra water there to go into this pink. I don't know, like I said, this could be a natural disaster. Nobody really knows. It's crafting with me. Ooh, crafting with me. Who knows what you're going to get at the end of the day. Somehow, they all come together. But it is a process. All right, now I'm going to pick up this color from my mat. All right, going to pause you again, and then I'll come back and see what these end up with. So hold tight, be right back. All right, so this is our end result of those blue and wild honey, and I like that a lot. And then we've got the saltwater taffy and the wild honey, and that is just, oh my gosh, like it is so, so beautiful with this stenciling that is going on and whatnot in this journal. It's going to be perfect. So I'm happy with that on those colors for now. So I like that there. And then I don't want everything to be a colored tag. So I don't want to do the same thing on all of these as well. So we're going to call that good for the color on our tags. And then I'm going to, and I may end up revisiting these colors again in some stenciling or something like that. But for now, I'm going to get these off my desk because I think I'm happy with the colors that I've chosen. I might leave those 3 on my desk just to have them at the ready. So let's see let's get one of these done. Let's do one of these tags. All right, so on the back we are going to put a piece of our copy dyed paper down for our journaling space, and I'm going to use my glue stick, and I'm also going to use some wet glue just because I want to make sure that it sticks nicely. Actually, let's just see. That glue stick is a nice glue stick. So let's see. Let's just see what happens here, guys. let's see what happens here. If the papers are going to play nice with each other, that would be wonderful. Okay, let's trim the excess off here. I'm not going to risk ripping it in my paper trimmer because those pages are still a bit damp from the gesso and the ink and everything else. So all right, now to make a tag shape, I could cheat and use a tag, which I don't even know that I have one sitting beside me here. That's how good I am disorganized. So I basically just cut a corner off, turn it the opposite direction, and use it as a guide to cut the opposite corner off. So there's my tag shape. Then I have my little paper, circle paper punch here. And I circle paper punch that. I'll add a grommet. But now we need to add some decoration of some sort onto this page. I'm going to ink it because I don't know if my decoration's going to go off the page or not. So I want to just make sure that my edges are all, and I always kind of ink around that punch out hole as well, just because it gives it that aged and worn kind of effect there. And look how those colors just start. You can't hardly even pick up the colors that this is, or at least my computer is not showing them as beautiful as they truly are. So this one, I feel like maybe we could even put a pocket and have a pocket tag. A tag within a tag within a pocket. I have some, oh yes. I like that. Okay. I just grabbed that out of this little stash of things that I have sitting here that may or may not be used, and I just like that. So I'm going to ink this up, and this is going to become the pocket on the front of our tag. I like it. This is a journaling card of some sort. I buy these when they're on sale at Joann's or Hobby Lobby, and I can get them usually 60% off. So I think they're called like Project Life Cards, or I don't know, something of that nature. I truly honestly don't know. But they are journaling cards, and they work great for journaling cards, but they also make great little pockets for this application. Oh, geez. All right, start over because that's gonna create a problem for me. See, this is what happens when I'm trying to hurry. All right, start over. But yeah, so I get these when they're on sale, and then they're pretty versatile in being able to use them to finish out my journals. Worry less about the glue coming out and more about the adhesion to the tag itself. There we go. And then all right, so now we've got a pocket. We've got a pocket on our tag. Now we still are going to want to add some decoration down into our little pocket here. Let's see what we have by way of a flower. This brings all of our color pattern together. And then we have a label. What did I do with those? See, I'm telling you. I had some little labels here, guys. Bear with me. There they are. I'm going to probably end up with the collision. Let's see. Just a little label here, maybe. Pardon me. Okay, I like that. So let's go ahead and put our flower on here. Dion versus Washi. Could be dying here, friends, but don't worry. I'll be back. I'll be back. Fear not. It was a really bad, really bad impression. All right, I like that little lily. Then I'm going to ink up the edges of this little label here. Give it the old glue treatment. And then we need a little flutterby, just a little one. Those ones might be too big. Let me see where my little tiny guys are at. Mushrooms, more mushrooms, 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 mushrooms everywhere. Now I've done it. Now I've created a mess. And all I see is mushrooms, mushrooms, mushrooms everywhere. Yes, I see butterflies, but I don't see the size or the shape of butterfly that I'm really looking for. Maybe this one. I'm not hating that one. But I think I wanted a bit of that orange in there. So I think I'll use this one here. Give it a little bit of glue treatment. I filled my glue this morning, and man, I'll tell you what, it wants to come out and play. Okay, like that. And then I will need to build a tag to go inside of our tag. I'll need to put the grommet in here. I'll need to attach some ribbon. I can go ahead and do our little touch of stenciling here on this. Here. Like so for the back. And then we just need to create a tag, add our grommet, add a ribbon, and then we will have a tag completed for our journal. So yes, it's a lot of base building and getting things ready to go, but now that we have them ready, the decorating is going to go so much faster. So anyway, I'm going to clean up my little mess here, and then I will see you back here next time for a bit more mass making and getting some of these tags done off our desk and into our journal. So thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching me make messes. Thank you for just being here. I so appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care, be well, and we'll chat again real soon. Bye-bye.